Hello, hello. Welcome to Pure Light Awakening channel. My name is Nina and I'm here to do the update for August 2021. So it's about current energies. It's about what's happening with the planets and the moon. And also if there are somebody here who would like to come and talk to us. Some angels maybe, some star beings, source energy, whatever it is that would like to come in and talk to us today. So if this is something you are interested in, then stick around, okay? I'm sorry if I'm stumbling in my words, but it's been heavy energies lately, or not maybe heavy, but strong energies lately, okay? I need a sip of water before I start. Okay, listen. This is probably going to be a little bit of a long video. So set aside some time, grab yourself a glass of water or a cup of coffee or whatever, because I have a feeling that there's lots of information wanting to come through today. Okay, so I will be trying to do some live channeling because I'm hearing this very high-pitched ringing in my ears, and that's normally when they're trying to reach me, and also going through my throat. As you know, I start coughing when they're near. So there is definitely some energies wanting to come through today. So I hope that I will be able to talk without coughing too much. Okay, so I was guided to pull out a lot of crystals today. First of all, I was guided to this clear quartz crystal. I don't know if you can see that properly. I'm kind of hoping that it will zoom. There, maybe, yeah. So this, I was holding on to this while I was meditating before the video today, but I'll get into that, what I got. I also was guided to bring out some amethysts, so I have these two amethysts, and I was guided to bring out the smoky quartz, so I have this with me as well. I have rose quartz pyramid and a rose quartz crystal, and they told me to bring a lot of selenite today, so I have two quite large selenites, and there was a message about the selenites they tell me as well. I will get into that. I was also guided to bring this heart, turquoise heart, and the orange carnelian. It's something about the sacral chakra, they told me. And then I was guided to bring this pyramid, which is clear quartz, but it has been induced with light language from a famous spiritual teacher here in Norway. And I was also guided to bring which crystal is this? Moldavite. And this as well. Okay, that's not so big, but still moldavite. I don't know if you can really see anything. Yeah, you can see through them, actually. You can see the light through them. And these are very powerful crystals. If you don't know the moldavite, it's from an asteroid that landed in Germany and Czechoslovakia, or Czechia it's called now. And it's quite rare because it's just that one or two places that it landed. Apparently it broke in half, and one piece landed in Czechia and the other one in Germany. And so people have, of course, been chipping away on this, and it holds a very, very high frequent energy. So I was guided to bring that out, and that tells me with the light language, with the moldavite, which is kind of connection to star family kind of crystal. I have a feeling that there might be some star families coming to visit, or maybe not. Maybe it's just a high frequent energy, but we'll see what happens, okay? But first, I would like to get into a little bit. I am not an astrologer, to have that said, but I do read about astrology. I find it very interesting because, you know, the planets, like Gaia is energy, the planets are also energy. And when they change direction and when they influence each other, it will do something to the energies around in our solar system, and that will affect us on this planet. So that's why I find it interesting to learn more about the planets and about the different star signs and all of that kind of stuff. So that's why I like to talk a little bit about where the planets are and what that might have to say for us. Now we are having, of course, the new moon in Leo. The new moon always falls in the same sign as the sun sign is in. So the new moon in Leo will fall upon the 8th of August, which is also what is called the Lion's Gate. Now, the Lion's Gate is not just one date. It's Lion's season, okay? And that's also when our planet is aligned with the star system of Sirius. And the pyramids of Giza is apparently aligned with that system, and for some reason, and so that might mean that it is a significant time for us on this planet. And what I feel about that is the high frequent energy. So what's happening is that this is when we are closest to the star system of Sirius, or to the star Sirius, and the Sirius star, and also aligning with the center of the galaxy. And so there are those kind of high frequent energies coming to the planet within that time, and that's what they call the Lion's Gate. I don't know much more about it, but that's kind of what I've just read and heard, and what I've been feeling into as well. I will get a little bit back to that later, but what I would like to do, I'm sorry if I'm stumbling in my words, but there's such strong energies, and it's very high frequent, and it's affecting my entire system. Okay, so please just bear with me today. I'm sorry. Okay, let's talk about the planets a little bit. We have 3 planets that are not in retrograde, and that says a lot because all the other ones are. But Uranus is in Taurus right now, and Uranus is the revolutionary planet, you know, and Taurus is a grounded, of course, sign, and also it's about family, it's about value, it's about what you kind of own in life. So, but the Uranus is more like the rebel, you know, wanting to think outside the box, and originality, you know, those kind of things. So it's kind of 2 different energies close to each other now, Uranus and Taurus, okay? So that's one push and pull. And of course, as I said, Uranus is direct. Now, Venus and Mars is both in Virgo now. So Mars has finally moved away from Leo, which I think is good, because the masculine energy in Leo will kind of be enhanced when it comes to fiery energy, and maybe, you know, stirring up some unnecessary harshness is what I feel. So it's moved into Virgo together with Venus now. So Venus and Mars is now together in the same sign, and Virgo being also an earth sign, but being a loving sign, being about you know, taking care of your family. It's also solidarity and healthy, insightful sign. So I'm feeling that it's very good that Venus and Mars is now in balance, kind of together in Virgo. Virgo is also called the alchemist. So it's also about maybe coming together, the yin-yang energy, maybe finding the stability and the balance a little bit again, because I feel like that has been a little bit out of balance lately. So that's just my feeling about that, okay? So that was those planets. Now let's look at Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer. It's a dwarf planet. It is about healing, and it's now in Aries, okay? And Aries is called the radical, but Aries is also fiery, self-starting, daring, fierce, assertive, you know, those kind of things. So Yeah, okay. And for me, the healing, the Chiron, the healing, it's kind of a soothing, more relaxed, while the Aries is very fiery and very forward moving. So it might be a balance that's in need here, because those two are also kind of opposite energies, I feel. So there's a little bit of push and pull there too. And you might have noticed, I'm getting to the push and pull. There's a lot of push and pull. Okay. Now, the Sun and Mercury is both in Leo, okay? And the new moon is also going to be in Leo. So there's a lot of Leo energy. There's still a lot of fiery energy. Now, Mercury is about communication, and Sun is about your being. It's about also the masculine energy. Leo is, of course, also called the lover. So it's not masculine energy as in forcefulness, but it's a loving, fiery energy, but still fiery, okay? And Mercury about your communication. So just what I would say with that is just make sure that you don't just burst out with your passion, with your drive, without maybe taking one route past the brain before you talk, okay? So just that's just a feeling I have is, you know, it's good to be passionate. It's good to talk about your passion and about your desires in life. But sometimes, in some situation, it might be best that we kind of think it over a little bit before we just, well, okay? Just to have that said. Okay, so new moon in Leo. I'm going to come back to that because it has to do with the 8-8 thing as well, the Lion's Gate. So let's look at Pluto. Pluto is retrograde. Now, Mercury is also direct. So that was, yeah. And Pluto is retrograde. So when planets are retrograde, it's not like they're going back, but that's what it looks like from the Earth, because we are all moving. All the planets are moving in different paces. So that's why it looks like the planets are stopping and then moving backwards, but they're not really. But it does something to us when they're in retrograde. We are invited to look at under the surface, maybe look at the flip side, maybe look at the internal regarding the different subject that the different planets represent. So Pluto represents transformation, and it is now in Capricorn. Now Capricorn has been called the boss. The Capricorn is very steady. It's very about work. It's very about moving forward. It can be very stubborn, ambitious, structured, traditional, but also wise. Okay, so it might be, since Pluto is in retrograde, that the transformation, inner transformation, is inviting us to look at our work situation. It's looking at, are we happy with where we are when it comes to our life purpose or our work, is what I feel with that, okay? And I think Pluto is going to be retrograde in Capricorn for a while. So it's really inviting us to look at some major things in our life, is what I feel with that. Now we also have Neptune retrograde, the dream planet, and it is a retrograde in Pisces, which is the mystic. So it's kind of those two go very well together, and it is about our mystical life. It is about our empathy, our visions, our spirituality, meditation, the magical stuff, if you will. And so that and since Neptune is retrograde, it enhances our inner work when it comes to that. So with that, especially with you, if you are someone who is considering working within the spiritual realm, then the Pluto retrograde in Capricorn is, of course, inviting you to look at your work situation. And Neptune retrograde in Pisces is asking you as a spiritual being to look at where you are in your spiritual journey, and what you feel like you want to bring with you moving forward, and what you need to kind of let go of. So if you are a spiritual worker, then this is definitely time to look at your work as a spiritual teacher or worker, light being, a light worker in any way, shape, or form. Okay. Now we also have Saturn and Jupiter together, retrograde, both of them in Aquarius. Now, Saturn and Jupiter are opposite kind of energies. Saturn is about work. It is about responsibility. It's about challenges in life. It's about that stability. It's about structure. Now, Jupiter is about expansion. It wants out. It wants to grow. It wants to move. It's about enthusiasm, optimism, seeking, travel, you know. So it's the opposite of that kind of Saturn boxed in kind of feeling is what I get. So those two are both now retrograde in Aquarius, which is the innovator, which is thinking outside the box, which is the uniqueness, the liberal, the humanitarian, the free thinker. Okay, so again, especially considering your life passion, your work, your purpose, again, is being pushed and pulled and torn. Okay, so that's kind of what I feel about that. Yeah. Now, when I was holding this, when I was meditating before I started the video, I was shown the Lion's Gate. I was shown the time we're in. And I was shown that we're being pulled in two different directions at once. So we're kind of being stretched to our limit. And that doesn't mean we're going to snap. Okay, just to have that said. But they're kind of encouraging you to stretch as far as you can, to be bold, to step into, to grow, to see how far you can go. How deep can I get into my spiritual work or my spiritual journey? How much can I, how radical can I be? How much radical truth can I stand in? How truthful can I be with myself? How truthful can I be with others? How much power can I draw to me from the universe? How much can I shine? It's about pulling, it's about daring, it's about putting yourself out there and stepping into what's truly you. Now, in this time as well, and as I was shown, and as I hear in my ears, is this very highly potent energy coming to the planet, okay? And it is, of course, through the Lion's Gate in general, but the 8-8 is the middle between the last full moon and the next full moon, and both of those full moon was in Aquarius, or are going to be in Aquarius, which is the rebel, which is the new thinker, which is the humanitarian, the liberal, okay? Now, the middle, the date, right in the middle between those two full moons is the 8-8, which also is the new moon in Leo, okay? So, that means that this 8-8 is very special, and that's kind of the peak of the energies coming to the planet will, of course, be right in the middle. And that's why people are talking about 8-8 being the Lion's Gate, the portal, okay? Some people say that there's a portal opening up around that specific date between us and Sirius. That might be, I don't know, I haven't looked into that. But at least what I feel is the energetic part of it is really enhancing us. It's enhancing the physical, it's waking up the DNA is what I feel, okay? So, if you're a sensitive being, if you are on a spiritual journey, if you are, have chosen in this time around to wake up, to see who you are besides the human, then this is going to be quite profound this month and this time for you. I have been feeling it, and that's also why my video is coming out a little bit late. Normally I would have made it a couple of days ago or maybe a week ago before August started, but I have been knocked out. Okay, I have been really feeling this strong energies. I also seen that there have been lately a lot going on with the Schumann, and I also saw there has been some sunstorms, especially last night. I felt it up here in the northern parts or southern parts of Norway. Not that it was very big in the southern parts of Norway, but if it is in Norway or up here in the northern parts of Europe at all, I feel it. So sunstorms might be something that you feel as well. On top of that, of course, we have all these energies considering Sirius, the center of the galaxy, and this Lion Gate. So there's a lot of energies happening at once. And also you have to remember that each and every one of us are going through a frequency update in our physical form. And that is not equal for everyone. It's not the same for everyone. You know, it comes and goes in waves, and that's individual. So you might be feeling that as well, okay? And many of us has lately gone through what is called the dark night of the soul, even though I wouldn't really call it the dark night of the soul, but the dark night of the human, because the soul is already there. The soul is already one with God and has all the knowledge and doesn't need any upgrade. But the body, the physical, the human, is going through an upgrade. And so that's when I say that the dark night of the soul really should be the dark night of the human, because it's the human who is going through all of this. It's the human waking up. It is the energies of the old inside the human form that is being rattled to come up and be felt and be released. And that could be trauma and anxiety, physical illnesses, you know, you name it. And so I've been going through that as well for many years, you know, and I'm still not out of it completely. So anxiety will come up, and depletion of energy, like I felt now these past few days. I've been really tired, and I sometimes feel like I'm so dizzy. I'm sitting in the sofa holding on to the table, you know, because it's and so I just have to go to bed or lie down or sink down or meditate or do something, you know, that to just give my body that space that it needs to take all of these energies in and integrate it into the physical. And so that's kind of what I'm encouraging you to do as well, to give yourself that space and the time to just integrate these energies, and also for all traumas or anxiety or whatever it is, or illnesses, to be felt through, and so that it can be released. But don't push it though. It will be released when it's ready to. There's nothing you can do about timing. It will happen when it happens, right? So you just go about your day and do whatever, but when you feel that something is being rattled, something is in need of being felt through, then give yourself that space for it to come as it is and be released if it's ready to, okay? And just love yourself through it. You as the higher self, as the spiritual being, as the light being, love your human through this, okay? So with that being said, whew. Okay. Okay, so now I want to pull a couple of cards now. And then while I'm shuffling, I might get some information as well from whatever is here. It's a very high-pitched energy, especially in my left ear. Just a second. Okay. So I have some different decks here that I want to see if there's some additional information that they would like to give us today. Card of blessings. Okay. Okay, they're saying, yeah, okay. They're saying that these very, okay, there's several cards that pop out. I will look at them. These energies that feel very potent and that triggers us and that really sometimes knocks us out, as it did with me, are actually blessings. So if we can try and remember that in all of this, then Let's do that. This was on the bottom of the deck. Gateway. Okay, so let's look at the ones that popped out. There's many actually. So let's look at this one. Abundance. Yeah. For me, that is the energies. That's what's happening. It's enlightenment. You're waking up. Some call it ascension. Adventures. Leadership. As I said before, we're being asked to be our own gurus now, to step into that power. Remember I talked about that? And this is also what's happening. You're healing, right? Because it's rattling up some old wounds, trauma, anxiety, but within that is healing, and within that is the blessing, okay? And of course, the gateway is of course what they're talking about with the Leo, okay? Ooh, so that was that deck. Now I have the Monology deck. Let's see what that has to say. And if they have some additional information. Okay, that one. Have a look at them later. Okay. Some are just popping out. So we'll take those. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Bring love into the situation. Okay. Heart space. Yeah, I get that. Your commitment is being tested. And that's kind of what I said, you know, when I told you that you're being pulled to the limit. You're being encouraged and nudged to really step into that truth, okay? Energy is gaining momentum. Yep. It's getting stronger. And it will get stronger up until the 8-8. Most definitely. What do you need to release? Yeah. It will be some rattling. It will be some old wounds that might need some healing, okay? And by healing, I mean getting felt through so that it can get released. And now you also got the end of a tough cycle approaches. And at the end, don't let your past hold you back. Yeah. You see, I feel like this time that we're in is pivotal. It's important. It's something we haven't been in before, is what I feel. I feel like it's brand new what we're stepping into. I feel like some major things are changing. It's like the new earth. It's like we're stepping into the new earth. Whatever that means for you. But for me, that means we're stepping into an energy of love, of humanity, of bringing people together, of standing united, of encouraging each other, on lifting each other up, on including each other. Instead of separation, we are stepping into oneness. Instead of duality, instead of judgment, we are applauding differences in each other. We are holding each other up. We are giving each other love, no matter what. I feel like we are stepping more and more into unconditional love, okay? For me, this is huge. And I'm feeling so much love just running through me right now. I hope that it can it can run over to some to you, because they're giving all this love energy into me, and I feel like it's just running out and running out, and I want to give that to you as well through me. And so to just open up to receive, because we are in a situation where we are being invited to, and we are lucky enough to have the opportunity to receiving all this love, to making this change, to stepping into the true meaning of being one, the true meaning of love, the true meaning of who you were supposed to be. Because if you are watching this video, you are a light being, you are a light worker, you are in connection with your spiritual, you are wanting to open, you are wanting to move on, you're wanting, not move on as in go over to the other side, but you're wanting to evolve, you're wanting to grow, you're wanting to know more about your higher self, or actually start living as your higher self in the physical form, because that's kind of what's happening. And I'm not saying death of the ego like many others are, because ego, we need ego. Ego is designed to protect the physical, so it's not like we're killing it off. But what we're doing is we're training the ego to understand that us as a light being, us as a higher self, should be in the driver's seat. Okay, we should be part of the equation. We should be making decisions together with the human. Yes, it's a partnership. You know, it's about going through this human journey, being both human and spirit at once, being here in the physical while we're also in the oneness. Okay, that's what we're being encouraged to do. And I'm not saying that we are going to end up with sitting on the pink cloud and umming our way through life and not experience being a human. Yes, we are going to experience being a human. That's why we're here. We didn't come here to experience how to be spirit, because we already know that from before we came. We came here to experience how it is being a human, right? But what I'm saying is that as soon as the ego understands that it's safe to let the higher self, the light being, and the eternal you take the driver's seat, or at least be together in the seat, that's when things start changing, you know. And so that's what they call the death of the ego. But it's not really the death of the ego. It's more like the ego waking up and understanding that it's not dangerous. It's not dangerous to lose control, because that's what ego wants, right? It wants to have control. So it's a major shift, and it's a major opportunity for us now. And I think we should set aside the time and the space for us to really take in the energies that are being offered to us right now. Okay? And that's when I come to these crystals here. The moldavite and this clear quartz with the light language. Okay. So I'm feeling very dizzy right now, and that means that they're wanting to come in and say something. So let me just hold these and see who wants to come through, and if there's a major message for us from them. Okay, this is very strong energies, people, and I'm sorry if I'm teary-eyed, but you just have to bear with me there, because the energies are so strong and so loving that it's really affecting me, okay? Because behind me, I have Archangel Michael. Here in front of me on my left, I have Commander Ashtar. And to my right, a little bit in front of me to my right, is Source Energy. Is God. It's really strong, people. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just have to... What do you have to tell me? Well, first of all, they have to say that they're working together. Commander Ashtar is, of course, representative of the star families, the star people. Archangel Michael, who has been a huge part of my life, is a representative of the angelic realm. The source is, of course, a representative of all light beings, of all spiritual realms, of the light itself, of the life force itself, okay? And everything is together, everything is one, you know, the angels, the different light beings, the star beings, everything is made up by the same life force, okay? And all of this is to our taking now, if we want it, all of these energies. And you can choose if you want to if you want to get in contact with all these energies through the angels, through the star people, through source energy itself, or just through life force itself that flows through everything, including nature, is what source God is telling me, creator. The energies are extremely potent and very loving, to the point where I'm having troubles talking, as you can see. Okay. So they're saying that this time that we're in right now, especially this Lion's Gate, all these energies are extremely potent, very close to us. And we are just, you don't need to be anything or do anything. All you have to do is open up and receive. They're saying you are loved no matter what. You're beautiful. You're a perfect human being created in the life force of the created God, source energy. And you can experience unconditional love whenever, by linking into this energy, by just receiving, just opening up and saying, yes, I am ready to receive. That's all you need to do, to feel it. But you are loved unconditionally no matter what, if you feel like you want to open up or not. They're saying all will be well. We are here with you. You're not alone. You are a part of us. We are a part of you. We are all one. You are all life source energy. You are all God within. And God is within each and every one of you. Call in whomever you need to be your anchor into this energy. Yeshua, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, God itself, life force energy, the nature, angels, archangels, star beings, and ascended masters, deceased relatives or relatives that have passed. Whomever you need. An animal. You can find the life force energy. You can find God in everything. Okay? Through everything that exists. A crystal, a book, a flower, anything. The only thing that matters is your intention. Your intention to connect. And then just receive. Open up. And you will be filled with all this love. I think I have to stop there. Okay? I'm sorry for the tears, people, but this was extremely strong. And I really wish that for you as well. So open up, receive. They're here. Take in all these potent energies. Enjoy them. Okay? Thank you so much for being here. From my heart to yours.